In the last 7 days, while we were all going about our lives, multiple volcanoes across the globe have roared to life, reminding us that we live on the thin, fragile crust of a molten hot world. This isn't science fiction. This is the Earth's pulse. And right now, that pulse is racing. So, where exactly is our planet heating up? And what is it trying to tell us? Let's start in Iceland, the land of fire and ice, which has once again become the planet's most spectacular volcanic stage. Near the town of Grindavik, a new fissure has ripped across the landscape. Imagine the Earth's surface unzipping like a jacket, not with a quiet hiss but with a thunderous roar, unleashing fountains of incandescent lava hundreds of feet into the air. This isn't your classic cone-shaped volcano like Mount Fuji. This is raw, primordial earth building in action. These are called fissure eruptions, and they are mesmerizing. Think of it like this. If a regular volcano is like a single, focused blowtorch, a fissure eruption is like a massive line of fire stretching for miles. The ground itself splits open, and a curtain of liquid rock dances against the dark Icelandic sky. For scientists, it's a geological wonderland, a direct window into the planet's mantle. For the rest of us, it is a humbling display of power that makes our biggest creations look like children's toys. It's a stark reminder that the very ground we take for granted is just temporary. The land here is literally being remade, inch by fiery inch, right before our eyes. Now let's travel halfway across the world, from the dramatic displays in the North Atlantic to the steamy, tropical islands of Indonesia. Here, a different kind of drama is unfolding on a volcano named Mount Ibu. Unlike the fiery fountains of Iceland, Ibu is a ticking clock. For weeks it's been getting restless. Local seismographs, which are basically the planet's heartbeat monitors, have been picking up a frantic rhythm, a swarm of hundreds of tiny, deep earthquakes. Imagine a giant beast sleeping deep underground. First it starts to twitch in its sleep. Then it groans and rolls over. That's what these earthquake swarms are. It's the sound of magma, molten rock, shouldering its way up from deep within the Earth's crust. It's pushing and cracking the rock above it, getting closer and closer to the surface. Villagers in the area report a faint smell of sulfur in the air, the volcano's signature bad breath, a classic warning sign. Authorities have raised the alert level, because when a volcano like Ibu finally awakens, it doesn't just ooze lava. It can explode with cataclysmic force, sending a column of ash, gas, and rock miles into the atmosphere, high enough to interfere with air travel. Mount Ibu is a sleeper agent, and right now, it's showing every sign that it's about to wake up and get to work. But some of the biggest volcanic stories aren't happening on land at all. They're hidden beneath the waves, in the dark, high-pressure world of the deep ocean. This week, sonar readings and satellite data are pointing to a major event brewing in the Tonga-Kermadec Arc, a massive chain of underwater volcanoes in the Pacific. We can't see it directly, but we can detect its effects. Chemical sensors have picked up strange plumes of superheated mineral-rich water, and hydrophones, underwater microphones, have recorded the deep, muffled rumbles of an undersea eruption. Out of sight, out of mind, right? Not with submarine volcanoes. We got a terrifying reminder of their power in 2022 with the Hunga Tonga Hunga Ha Pai eruption. It was the most powerful volcanic explosion of the 21st century, an event so violent it sent atmospheric shockwaves around the entire planet multiple times and triggered tsunamis across the Pacific. What is happening now in that same region is a reminder that over 70% of all volcanic activity on Earth happens on the ocean floor. We live on a water world, but it's a water world sitting on top of a fire world. We are only ever seeing the tip of the iceberg, or in this case, the tip of the volcano. Now, it's easy to think of this as something that happens over there, in distant exotic places. But the United States is home to 161 active volcanoes, and some of them are showing subtle but fascinating signs of life. Let's talk about the Long Valley caldera in eastern California. It's what's known as a supervolcano. Its last major eruption, over 760,000 years ago, was thousands of times larger than the 1980 eruption of Mount St. Helens, and right now something is stirring. For the past several months, the ground in the center of the caldera has been rising. Not by a lot, just a few inches, but it's rising steadily. At the same time, a swarm of small earthquakes has been detected deep beneath the surface. Scientists at the U.S. Geological Survey are watching it with extreme care. They say this is likely the result of new magma entering the vast reservoir that sits miles beneath the caldera. It's like slowly inflating a massive underground balloon, causing the ground above to bulge. This doesn't mean an eruption is imminent. This system could bubble away like this for centuries. But it is an undeniable sign that one of the largest and most powerful volcanic systems on the continent is not dead. It's very much alive and it's breathing. So, what does all this mean? Is the world suddenly becoming more volcanically active? The honest answer is, probably not. What has changed is our ability to see it. We have a network of satellites, GPS sensors, and seismographs all over the globe, giving us an unprecedented real-time view of our planet's inner workings. We're seeing these events in Iceland, Indonesia, and California, not because there are more of them, but because we finally have the right glasses on. Each of these volcanic shockers, from the fire fountains to the deep-sea rumbles, isn't a sign of an apocalypse. It's a sign of a living, breathing planet. Volcanoes are the architects of our world. They create new land, they enrich the soil, and they even helped shape our atmosphere billions of years ago. They are not just forces of destruction. They are the planet's creative engine, the very process that built the continents and islands we call home. So the next time you feel the solid ground beneath your feet, take a moment to remember the incredible, chaotic, and beautiful fire that is raging and building just below.